In the small town of Silver Creek, surrounded by dense forests and high mountains, there were legends of an ancient temple forgotten by time. It was said that in its depths were hidden unsolved riddles of ancient civilizations, as well as terrible secrets that are better left unsolved. No one dared to go near the place, except for a group of college students who decided to spend a weekend of adventure. The main characters were Jake, Kim, Laura, and Matt. They were enthusiastic and eager for adventure. In the evening, after much debate and discussion, they decided to go to the temple they had heard about so many times. As they approached the temple, the moon illuminated its majestic moss-covered columns. The entrance was blocked with rocks, but the boys easily made their way inside. It was completely dark inside the temple, and only the light of their flashlights pierced through the darkness, revealing ancient wall paintings and mysterious symbols. "Look, those are the signs of an ancient civilization," Lara exclaimed, pointing at the walls. No one could figure out what they meant, but the feeling that something unusual was happening here overwhelmed them. Suddenly Matt noticed a black stone in the corner of the room covered with incomprehensible signs. "What's that?" he muttered, stepping closer. As soon as his hand touched the stone, the ground beneath them shook, and a shadow emerged from the darkness, as if the night itself had come to life. Everyone froze in horror. The shadow, majestic and frightening, began to approach slowly. "Run!" Jake shouted, and they rushed for the exit. But the temple doors closed with a loud crack. Locked inside, they began to panic. Lara noticed that new symbols began to appear on the walls, as if something ancient was awakening. It could be some kind of ritual, she suggested, and they decided that the only way to get out was to solve the mystery. They tried to match each symbol on the wall with what they knew about ancient civilizations. Suddenly Kim noticed that one of the symbols matched what they had seen on the stone. "Let's try to replicate it," she suggested. They began to say the words that seemed to come from their subconscious. And at that moment, the shadow froze, as if listening to them. The symbols on the walls began to glow, and a strange sensation hung in the air. "It's working!" Matt shouted, but at that moment, the shadow tore forward, and they felt a cold wind chilling them to the bone. In panic, they continued mouthing the words, and suddenly the shadow stopped. Light flashed brightly, and they saw an ancient priestess dressed in white robes emerge in the shadow's place. "Have you come to solve the mystery?" she asked, her voice sounding like an echo. "But know that there is a price to pay." The boys looked at each other, realizing that they were trapped by an ancient curse. They had to decide if they were willing to pay the price, learn the secrets of the ancient temple, and risk their lives. With each passing moment, the darkness around them thickened, and the choice became more and more terrifying. The forces awakening in the temple were inexorable. The mystery of the ancient temple remained unsolved, but the price for its discovery could be too high. The boys were faced with a choice: to solve the ancient mysteries or to remain forever in the embrace of darkness.